Next up, we got Josh, who was at the third of the trio of MEAC homecomings that took place on Saturday over in Durham. So, go ahead and take it away, Josh. Like, set the scene for me. We saw early on, and I'll play the clips where, there were, what was going on here early on. That little Master Flash. I don't know nothing about that. Shout out to the DJ. Go ahead.
So early on, as you guys can see, like Delaware State had came in not looking like the same Delaware State. Like they looked amped up, they looked excited, they was hyped all the way in the pregame moments. And I can tell you right now that Delaware State team is not the same Delaware State team. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. I was 100% wrong. I was 100% wrong on Delaware State team, the team that they are now, because they are not nowhere near the same team Delaware State team. Pre-game, it was super lit. It was super hype. DeSean Jackson had a little altercation with Coach Oliver. Didn't want to shake his hand. Coach Oliver came up to the middle of the field. Where you normally want to greet the other coach and shake his hand. D-Jack was trying to hype his team up, telling them, this our ish, this our trap. We finna take it over. This ain't that old ish. This that new ish. And Coach Oliver and the players is like, all right, the last coach that said that, y'all better do y'all research. We put up 60 on him. So it was a good trash talk going back and forth. Then they finally met up in the middle, took it out, and talked. And then as you guys can in the show, they wish each other good luck. So that happened. Then we got into the game. The game, I'm gonna tell you this right now. The game was just as good as the Jackson State-Alabama State game, but the atmosphere was nowhere near the same. Like, I remember whenever I came on here the Sunday of the Jackson State-Alabama State game, and I told you guys that was one of the best environments that I've ever been in. The atmosphere, the energy, the fans, the crowd, it was super hype, and it was super into it. That game yesterday, was nowhere near the same. Like, I kid you not. At halftime, I'm sitting there editing the video, and I got done editing the video. And put it out. The team comes back out. Coach Oliver runs over near the band where the cheerleaders are at, starts cussing everybody out. Not even lying. Yo, why the F the band not playing? Where the DJ at? Cheerleaders, I need y'all to cheer. Y'all need to get us hyped. Why y'all not getting us going? We out here dry right now, man. What the F going on? Y'all need to turn this S up. Not even trolling. I'm being so serious. Coach Oliver was hot. He was mad because, I'm being honest, I've been in Central and covering HBCU Gameday for the past 5 years. That's the most deadest I've ever seen a North Carolina Central crowd ever. Like, I've never seen that stadium be that dead. Like, other than the explosive play, other than the big play, the crowd was quiet. The crowd was mute. And as you guys can hear in all these clips that's going on right now, what do you not hear? You don't hear no band. You don't hear no cheering. You don't hear no nothing. Like, it was like since Delaware State didn't bring a band, it seemed like Central's band didn't want to play. Look at the clip. They're sitting down. They're not playing. Like, it was quiet in the stadium. I don't know if it was because people had thought that this is the same Delaware from years prior, that, it was going to be a blowout or it wasn't going to be a good game. I don't know if they did their homework, but Delaware State came into the game ready to come and take the game over, as they did. They came out, they punched Central in the mouth early and let them know early, like, hey, this is not the same ish that y'all was used to years prior. This is a new era. This is a new time. And we're not going for what y'all used to do in the past. And that's what they came out to do. So, me personally, I think that Central left way too many opportunities for Delaware State to stay in the game early on in the game. And that was a great throw by Walker Harris. He's one of the best passes I've ever seen. That pass was amazing. But a lot of Central's big plays came back from holding calls. Like, all of Central's big plays that they had two good pass plays that came back from holding. They had one good Chris Mosley one that came back from holding. So Central didn't have the real explosive plays. That right there was one of the only two explosive plays that Central is known for the entire season. So Central left a lot of points out on the board that they should have had, because after this touchdown, the offense was stagnant. Now, is that due to the offense, or is that because of that Delaware State defense? Me personally, I have to call a spade, man. The Delaware State defense shocked me on how good they were able to stop the run. Even though Kobe has came on here multiple times and told us, their front seven is like that. Their front seven is good. They're not as big as other teams, but they're fast. They fly around. And one thing that he did say, the DBs, they're not that great. Walker couldn't get to the DBs because, whenever Walker was able to throw the ball down the field, he made the plays. But the offense couldn't get going under Chris Mosley because the offense couldn't get going because Chris Mosley couldn't get going. The defense held Chris Mosley to only 83 yards, and he averages 100 yards per game. So that just shows how good the defense played yesterday. So with all that being said, I'm going to be right hand. Y'all can full screen me if you want. This Delaware State team is definitely a new revamped team. This is not the same Delaware State team we've seen in years prior. This team has swagger. This team has brought in the culture. This team has embodied DeSean Jackson's entire mindset, his aura, what the kids call it nowadays, of this team. And I'm going to be right now with you guys right now. They're the most dangerous team in the MEAC because you got South Carolina State that's, looking good, but not looking as dominant as we've seen prior. Then they just took down Central, and I don't want to say it was dominant, but dominant fashion. They beat them by 10 on their home field on homecoming. And also, I went to the bowl after the game. Some of the Delaware State players was in the bowl dancing, celebrating, talking about this is our second homecoming. I'm like, oh, they out here really wilding. I'm telling y'all right now, man, I was completely wrong about this Delaware State team, and a man can accept whenever he was wrong. And I'm telling you guys firsthand right now, I was wrong. They went in there, they took over that trap like they said they was going to do. They walked in there like they owned it, and they went out there and they executed. Shout out to Delaware State. Shout out to Coach DeSean Jackson. And I truly do think that this Delaware State team, I never thought I would say this, but I can see them in the Celebration Bowl. I can see them there, just strictly based on, man, they're going to figure out a way to run the ball. Now, this is the one thing that I am going to tell you from the game. Central gave up a lot of explosive plays through the air that I didn't think they would give up. But it's because that they're trying to stop the run so much. They kill you so much with Caden Bennett, with Marquise Gillis and James Jones. They kill you so much with the RPOs, the runs, the counters, the powers, to where your safeties have to come up and try to make the play to stop him in the backfield, because before you know it, Marquise is in the second level. And if you guys know with football, if you can get to the second level before you even get touched with yards before contact, get to that second level, you can break one tackle, you're gone. So, hey, man, I'm telling you right now, that Delaware State team is going to be a very, very hard offense to stop, because they run the ball so well, and it sets up Caden to make easy throws. Right out of halftime, Caden Bennett throws an RPO slant. It's literally nobody that touches him for 70 yards down the field, because you have to respect the run so much. And I'm going to tell you this one thing. Like I said earlier about Jackson State, can you do what you do best at the moment you need it the most? North Carolina Central was down 21. That was down 10. They were down 10. No, they were down 11 to Delaware State. North Carolina Central goes on to score 14 points unanswered in the blink of an eye. Right at the end of the third quarter to start the fourth quarter, they got it. They're up 24-21. It's fourth down on Delaware State's own 38-yard line. It's 4th and 2. If they go for it, Delaware State goes for it, they get the first down. If North Carolina Central can bow up and do what they do best and get stops on defense for Walker Harris to come down and put up points on the board, we could be talking about this game. We could be talking about this Delaware State team a whole different light. We could be talking about North Carolina Central gets it done again this and the third. But the offensive line, Marquise Gillis and Coach DeSean Jackson being able to trust his team to go for it on your own 38-yard line, knowing that if you don't get these 2 yards, North Carolina Central is probably going to go down and score this ball and punch it in and go up 10 points in the fourth quarter. So shouts out to Delaware State, man. I am now officially a believer of the Hornets. I'm the same way how I'm bought into A&T with Coach Gibbs. I'm bought in the same exact way with DeSean Jackson, man. And I did a little post-game interview with him that's currently going up on YouTube. I don't know if it's uploaded yet or not, but just seeing him and his swagger, his aura, just seeing how he carries himself, man, that team truly feeds off of that. And, hey, man, I'm telling you this right now, don't sleep on them no more. I don't know about next year, but for right now, don't sleep on them no more.
All right, a couple of things before I let Brother Minister Kobe go, because he got on his glasses. Yeah, first off, I don't know why Gen Z thinks they created the word aura, but that's been a word. But yes, we know.
We popularized it.
We know. People who read know that word.
I'm just saying.
I know Gen Z doesn't do a lot of reading.
We read.
People who have read, we know that word. But yes, we get what you're saying. We get what you're saying. You know, that's the word that y'all like to pull out. But yes, we get what you're saying when you say that. Secondly, I lost my train of thought from there. Brother Minister Kobe, go ahead, take your time. Gloat, Mr. North. Here.
And that's why I put my glasses on so I could aura farm. You know what I mean? I told you. And you could talk about James Jones. You could talk about Caden Bennett. You could talk about Marquis Gillis. And you got to remember, Marquis Gillis, Najee Lally, they were on the team. Marquis Gillis was a MEAC Freshman of the Year at one time. So, like, he didn't just get rid of people and bring everybody back. He kept who could ball, and Del State always had some ball. But what he did was bring an identity, confidence, discipline, and he relates to the players. Now, you can disagree with the way he dresses. It's not like a traditional coach, or it's not as professional. He cares about them kids. He cares about discipline. He cares about football. And he is DeSean Jackson, who he always was. And he's not going to change. And you got to love it because he's a family man. And why I bring up him being a family man is that means his players, his team is his family. And he brings his family around. You know what I mean? And so I'm telling you, I told people, you just can't watch TV and understand Delaware State.
You can't.
And I'm going to say this. The reason that they're in the position that they're in and people don't believe in them is because they were building. They haven't, even against North Carolina Central, they didn't play a full 4 quarters. They fell asleep in the third. When you look at those games, they were beating the stuff out of all their teams and had moments in the second quarter or third quarter when teams attacked their pass defense. If they solidify that just a little bit more, I'm telling you, they're too fast, they're too aggressive, they got to get a little bit more discipline, but people are going to have problems. And they got too many weapons. So that's all I got to say.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Check out.
They're a good team, man. They're a good all-around team, and the thing that goes into it with them not having the best DB core is that whenever you can make a team one-dimensional and hold a team to under 100 yards rushing like they did with Central, it can kind of help out your back end a little bit, because then whenever it's hard to cover in the back end is whenever you don't know what's coming next. You don't know if it's RPO, you don't know if it's a run, and you got to commit down. But then whenever you know it's starting long, you know they're passing the ball, it makes it a little bit more easier so you can finally dial in and lock in on it. Now, even though Walker Harris was still throwing the ball all over the yard, I think he still threw for 300 yards and over the game still. I think they're still a very good team. Whenever I think the defense is very slept on within them, because the defense is what shot me the most within the game, because I thought within the game they weren't going to be able to stop the run.
Everybody going to hit you. Everybody on that team going to hit you.
They even had a kid with a he had a full-on club, was probably about big as my whole body. He out there laying the hammer. I mean, Chris Mosley came, thought he had a little wheel route, came through, bop, clocked him right on the sideline I was on. I even heard it. I said, my God, that thing was loud. Del State hardest game left against Delaware State in Dover. Yes, it is. And I'm going to tell you this right now.
I'm beat it. That's going to be on fire.
Kobe's going to be there. And that game is the last game of the year. Yeah. That game is going to be 2 alphas battling it out with Coach Berry and Coach DeSean Jackson. So that game is going to be a good one. That game's definitely going to be a good one.
Now, here's the problem. The Delaware State fans got to come on out and support that team.
They got to show up.
They got to fill that stadium. I don't know, man. They starting to buy in the community. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not a big Delaware State lover initially. I tell you, I went to the first HBCU, but they're doing something different with changing the culture. They got the new band director, adding a few things. The basketball coach is pretty good. They got sports that people don't even know. Their equestrian team is really good. They're starting to build something and do things differently at Delaware State. And I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers because more people are talking about it. And after today, people are going to want to see them play because a lot of people believe they were the same old Delaware State. I tried to tell you. I told you in spring camp, told you in fall camp. Everybody said, well, as Steve says about Howard, well, you know, Howard be Howard in Delaware State, you know.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I definitely thought whenever Central scored 11 straight, everybody on the sideline was like, "Oh, we're back, we're good." And I thought it too. I'm like, "Oh yeah, Central's gonna win." And then on that 4th and 2, I will never forget. I think that player is gonna stick in Coach Oliver's head. The whole game gonna stay in Coach Oliver's head for the rest of the season. But that play, that 4th and 2 was so crucial to me because I think that was a play because at that point it was like 9 minutes left. It was like 9-10 minutes left. And, you know, Delaware State, they're going to run the ball. They're going to milk the clock. So whenever they got that and they went down and they scored and Marquise Gillis came down, everybody calmed down. We all good. Then once again, can you do what you do best when you need it the most? Can Central come out and go score? Even though they're down now, can they go score? They did not.
And I'm going to say two things. First, for all the pundits who talked about Del State didn't play nobody, I really question if they watch football. Because who did Central play that was better than a lot of Delaware State played the FBS? They played Monmouth, which is ranked number 12 in the country. Yes, they played two Division II teams, but most of us take the warm-ups and got Division II teams, right? And then they played Sacred Heart and St. Francis. Sacred Heart ain't that good, and they lost the game to St. Francis only because their starting quarterback was out in the first quarter, right? And they still threw up 30 points. So I'm going to say that to all those pundits who say Delaware State, because who in the MEAC played more games? Secondly, they should have won or had a closer game with the FBS team, but that was their first game of the season. And I think they put the pause on Delaware State, and they ran into a whole bunch of, what do you call it? Behavior policing. They got a lot of penalties for talking, right? So listen, I'm telling you this. And the last thing I say, Trei Oliver is going to hold this. I can't wait to see what the Monday meeting going to be about. Next MEAC Media Day. And then the week before.
Make sure my sound works.
Huh?
Make sure my sound works.
Yep. And then the next year, the week before they play Delaware State. Because I bet you everything that DeSean did, he accepted it, but he took it personally. I guarantee you.
I'm telling you this too. I'm telling you this. I bet you Coach Oliver gonna talk about how the crowd was dead in that meeting tomorrow. I promise you that. Because he was, you know, I wish I had my camera or my phone out filming it, but you know, whenever coaches is in the moment, and Steve, you've been around Coach Oliver multiple times. You've been at Central. Whenever he get into that mode, whenever he get the yelling, you might as well just want to stay far away because next thing you know, you might get kicked off the sideline. Because I have been kicked off the sideline before down there in Durham. So I just let him rock. But when I tell you, I'm sitting right there, and if you've been to Central, you know, right there where the band is, where the cheerleaders is at. He walks all the way down from the side, from where they come out the tunnel, all the way down, full steam ahead. I'm thinking he finna come cuss me out or something. Full steam ahead, walk right on down. Hey man, where the F the band at, man? Why y'all so dead out here, man? Cheerleaders, y'all gotta get us going, man. It's too quiet out here. Where the F the DJ at, man? What's going on? And as you guys can see, all I gotta say, watch the video. You will see the band is sitting down. The band is not playing. There's no music playing. You can literally, when I knew something was weird, because I didn't notice it, but then when he pointed it out, it's 3rd down for Central on offense. Their announcer is saying, "Come on, fans, it's 3rd down." Whoa, you gotta be quiet. What are y'all getting loud for? It's 3rd down for y'all. You supposed to do that on defense. What are you doing? I was like, man, look, I don't blame him. He was hot. He was pissed yesterday. He was pissed.
I'm telling you, this makes the MEAC 4 games left. It's interesting.
Any given Saturday.
Yeah. I like it. This makes everywhere to go, except Delaware State, Norfolk.
Hey, facts, Dave. He always, it's always one that get him. He always, they always slip up with one. last year, South Carolina State. But look, hold on though. This is another thing I want to say. We've seen the pattern. Whoever beats Central go to the Celebration Bowl. First it was Howard, then it was South Carolina State.
First it was South Carolina State, then it was Howard.
Yeah, South Carolina State, then Howard, then South Carolina State again, and now Del State. So it's Del State.
I know I'm going to that. I'm going to that Celebration Bowl. I don't know how I'm going, but I'm going.
You can take my spot, dog.
Nah, we got to hang out together. You can make somebody else sit out.
Take my spot, man.
I ain't going to say no name.
Hey, let's do the helmet stickers. Let's do the helmet stickers. Let's do the helmet stickers.
Yeah. Y'all go ahead. Y'all got that.
The helmet sticker?
Who your helmet sticker, Kobe?
Yo, it gotta be. It has to be that young boy, Anthony Regan Jr. Yeah, man. He had 122 yards, 2 TDs, including the game winner in overtime. Yo, I like from not watching Howard, I really didn't see him much, but that little man got some wheels, bro. And he could ball. He could ball. I like him. Who you got, Josh?
So every time I always do mine, I always pick the team that I had just filmed and won. So I don't want to be obvious and give it to Del State. I'm gonna switch it up though. I'm gonna give it to Howard. And mainly the fan base of Howard, because Howard has been dealing with them ruthless, aggressive fans of Morgan State. Hearing they had to deal with that for the last 365 days.
Morgan State has fans?
Okay. having to deal with the annoying, even if they have only 3, they are annoying. Having to deal with those fans for the past years of them losing that game and finally getting over that hump in dramatic fashion that it was going to OT, having to be a 4.5, 7-hour game. You know, shout out to Howard. Shout out to the football team for getting that game done. And shout out to the fans as well for finally having that negative energy lifted off of them till now they can back their ish up for the next 365 days. So shout out to them, man. Specifically, my homegirl Erica. Shout out to her, man, because she's been going through it. So shout out to my dog Erica for getting over that hump.
Yeah, man. It's been an interesting week. And look who showed up. Look who graced us with her gift. Yeah, she's gonna be the little road warrior of herself. Simone,
I'll pull you off the stage, bro.
She's I think RVing it up at some point this week up to the big game up in Philly. You know, we couldn't get everybody in, so you know, it'll be Kobe and Simone up there. But you know, she's excited. If you didn't see her reaction video yesterday, she's excited, of course, about DeSean Jackson. I mean, I guess to a lesser extent, you know, Norfolk State. But hey, who knows?
Who knows? Any given Saturday.
Who knows? That's what music said. Music so
what if Otto come out and cook though? Like, what if Otto come out and throw for like 300?
And what if I was 6'1"?
You wouldn't be here right now.
Exactly.
Man, I know. Yeah.
Who you got, Steve? Who's your helmet sticker?
I'm gonna give mine to Mr. T-Set. You know, since y'all went on MEAC with y'all, I'll give mine to Mr. T-Set for setting his team up. And you know, they took care of it for him, but I think that was big, you know, again. So prayers up for him. I believe you know, they released an update about him not too long ago. So sounds like he's doing much better. So, you know, we want to definitely keep our prayers up for him. But yeah, you know, we look forward to turn the page to next week. Kobe, we know you'll be at the Del State Norfolk State game. What about you? Josh? Where are you going?
I'm going to the CIAA South championship game. The CIAA South championship game. I'll be there. That's gonna be good, man. I can't wait for that one. I'm telling y'all now, I got Fayetteville. So it's the me versus Wiley Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I got Fayetteville. I think Fayetteville gonna get it done, man.
Yeah, after they were talking all spicy after that win the other day, yeah. Man, go ahead. The shelter ponies can take it this time over the yellow cows.
Y'all had that growing up for y'all, doing all that talk that y'all always do.
We gonna still be talking, damn it.
I haven't heard nothing from a Winston fan in the past.
Please. We're gonna be talking.
Hold on.
They're battling about what chance is what, who made the chance.
Well, I know who we can talk to.
Hold on, Reggie Swan, this is not the week to come up here with Benedict.
Yeah.
Not the week.
Yeah. After that BTA, yeah.
This is not the week.
It's all right.
The Tigers lost their stripes.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna be at Fayetteville State versus Johnson C. Smith down in Fayetteville. Should be a great game, man. Super excited for that. Two great defenses battling it out to typically kind of see who goes to take on Virginia Union in the CIAA championship down in Durham in November 14th.
Yeah. See who can try to figure out how to fill up a side of a stadium. Neither one of them know how to do it, but it is in North Carolina. So
Fayetteville will definitely fill up the side of it.
Man, please. I done been to every one of them CIAA championship games. They don't have fans. They don't have fans.
The year that I went, the 1 year that I went to CIAA championship when they played Virginia Union and Jada Byers last year. Was it junior or senior? I can't remember. But
after 8 years, they finally figured out how to fill up a side. We'll see.
Well, whenever the bus drive is 8 hours long, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to go either.
Please. When your team is fighting for a championship, you show up. But hey, that's what some of us do.